Yeah! Welcome everyone back to another installment of the A King Bro channel. And today we're going to get into my top 5 NBA players of today. My personal top 5. Personally, all 5 of these guys I love to have on my team. I love having on my team. I like these guys for quite some time now. I'm going to start with number 5. And I'm going to tell you why each player is on this list and why they're on this list. So let's get started. First off with Jimmy Buckets, Jimmy Butler, the 30th pick in the 2011 draft, drafted by the Chicago Bulls. Formerly used to play for the obviously played for the Bulls, played for the Sixers, and played for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Jimmy Butler, man, I just love the confidence he brings to the game. He doesn't take crap from anybody. He does what he wants. He does his job to an extremely high level. On defense, his man is a monster. He's a defensive prowess. He's a defensive mastermind. He hasn't been elected to all NBA defensive teams for a reason. 4-time All-Star, currently the top player on the Heat. Try to carry the Heat, to carry them to a deep playoff run, maybe a championship. They're not favorites, but that's what you get the big bucks for. Let's see what he does in Miami. Jimmy Butler, man, people like to say, oh, he's a team obliterator. Oh, he's all by himself. He's cocky, whatever. Nah, man. I see it just as confidence. I see his confidence in his abilities. He works hard each and every day. He gives it his all. Jimmy Butler is somebody I want on my team. No question. I want him on my team. Honestly, man. So Miami, they did a good job picking him up. And let's see what he does in Miami. But he comes in number 5. Just love me some Jimmy Buckets, man. Next up, we got the 10th pick of the 2010 draft. Former Indiana Pacer. Former Oklahoma City Thunder. Defensive prowess. Paul George. Paul George coming in number 4. Paul George, man, what he's done in Indiana in his first 7 years in the league, man. Taking LeBron's Heat to the Eastern Conference Finals, to the brink both times, two consecutive years. You know what I mean? Paul George, what he's done so far: 6-time All-Star, 4-time defensive team. Most improved player of the year back in 2013. And remember back in 2014, he had that leg injury where he literally, his leg, snapped. And we thought he would never be the same. But look at him now. Still hooping, still balling. He's been in the running for league MVP twice, back in the 2013 season and last year. And Paul George, since that injury, has not skipped a beat. He's probably even better than he was before the leg injury. Paul George, man, just defied all the odds. With the injury, people thought he was down and out. He's not gonna be the same. But look at him now, thriving in LA along with Kawhi Leonard. They're actually my favorites to win the championship this year, the LA Clippers. I just love me some Paul George. Man. He's actually emerged as the best player for Oklahoma City, along with Westbrook, and he actually emerged as the best player on that team. Basically, he can do, play both sides, defense and offense. The man's a baller, he's a hooper. 3-point shot is getting better. He's still explosive. He's still a force to be reckoned with on offense, man. I just love me some Paul George. And let's see what he does in LA with Kawhi. Let's see what he does, man. Next up, number 3, the King, the kid from Akron, the former number 1 overall pick in the 2003 draft, LeBron James. LeBron James comes in number 3. Come on, who doesn't know LeBron James, man? Three-time NBA champion, 3-time Finals MVP, 4-time league MVP. Come on now. This is LeBron James we're talking about. LeBron James is a bad man. Now we know his record in the finals, 3-6, whatever, what I'm saying. Not all of those finals were his fault, but he deserves blame because he's the best player. So if you're the leader, you're the best player, and you lose, you deserve some blame, some credibility. You know what I mean? And LeBron, just the way he's how he's carried himself since, being in the limelight since he was in high school, filling up high school gyms before he got drafted and carrying that, the chosen one on his shoulder for going on almost 20 years, man, in the spotlight as a kid. And you see what he's doing now, just great family, man. Great on the court, off the court, making his own LeBron James Foundation, his own school, giving kids opportunities, sending kids to college on his own dime, like just doing all these things around his community, around Akron, in the way he's carried himself. No troubles with the law, none of the other stuff. This man is an icon. He's someone you can look up to. LeBron James, and he speaks up on social issues. LeBron James is just, he's the pinnacle. He is the standard. He's the face of the NBA still. And that's why he comes in number 3. Number 2 for me. What it do, baby? Kawhi Leonard. Kawhi Leonard comes in at number 2. Kawhi Leonard, the Claw, the 2-time Finals MVP, former San Antonio Spur, current LA Clipper, former Toronto Raptor. Kawhi Leonard, of course, we know right off the bat, two-time Finals MVP, 2-time NBA champion, won championships for 2 franchises, Toronto and San Antonio, Finals MVP both. And Kawhi Leonard, 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. Kawhi Leonard is a beast. He is a monster. Another defensive prowess. Well, this is actually pretty filled with defensive-minded players. But anyways, what can you say enough about? What can you say enough about Kawhi Leonard? Kawhi Leonard, future Hall of Famer, no doubt. 3-time NBA All-Star. Kawhi Leonard, man, clutch. Always been. I remember the series against Memphis. I think 2017. I want to say clutch. He was clutch on that stretch and won him that game, man. And I firmly believe back in 2017, the Western Conference Finals against Golden State, if he didn't go down, they would have won. San Antonio would have won that series if he didn't go down. Because they were up 29 at that point, and he went down. I firmly believe to this day they would have won that series, man. Kawhi Leonard is that guy. He's the bad man. They call him the Claw for a reason. I firmly believe right now he's the best player in the NBA. Now, people like to say, oh, man, he's lazy, he take games off. He don't play back-to-backs. Oh, he barely play. But Kawhi Leonard, what matters to Kawhi Leonard is May and June. That's where the money's made at. That's where he comes to light. That's when he's at his best. That's when he showcases his abilities. This is why he's Kawhi Leonard. Why he's the Claw. Why he's the man. A lot of people want to say, oh, no, he's weird. He don't talk to the media. He has no personality or whatever. Why do we care about that for? All we care about is what he does on the court. What he does on the court is phenomenal, and that's what we should be judging him at. That's where we should be looking at him at in that aspect, is what he does on the court. And on the court, there's not a lot few better than him on the court. All world-class athlete, Kawhi Leonard, former San Diego State player. So he comes in number 2, Kawhi Leonard. Love me some Kawhi Leonard, man. And number 1, the 2016-2017 NBA MVP. The 2-time All-Star Game MVP. 42 triple-doubles in the season, which is a record. Average triple-double for 2 seasons. Former Oklahoma City Thunder, Russell Westbrook. The Brody, Russell Westbrook, man. Russell Westbrook comes in number 1 for me. He's my favorite player in the league right now, and he has been for quite some time, man. For years, man, I just love watching Russell Westbrook play. He gives it 110%. He doesn't cheat the fans. Every play he plays hard. He plays hard. He gives it his all. He leaves it blood, sweat, tears. He leaves it on the court, man. That's why I love him so much, man. I love me watching Russell Westbrook. Sure. He makes some boneheaded plays. Sure, he takes some ill-advised shots. He takes some, questionable shots, all that. Okay, that's cool. But that's because he plays so hard. He wants to win so badly. He does whatever it takes. Whether that's taking matters to his own hands, sometimes it backfires, sometimes it doesn't. 2016, 2017, that season, the first season without KD, he literally carried the Oklahoma City Thunder in the 6th seed to the playoffs. He carried that. What was a one-man crew. His second best player was Victor Oladipo. And Oladipo wasn't Oladipo like he is right now in Indiana. He wasn't that same player. And Russell carried that team to the postseason. 6 seed, man. Russell Westbrook showed that he can carry a team. Sure, people want to say, oh man, since KD left, he was knocked out first round. He knocked out first round. I mean, what do you expect? What do you expect? 16-17, knocked out by Houston 5 games. He didn't have nobody on his team. He did all he could. There's only so much one man can do. The man played almost all 48 minutes. The next year, when PG came, Carmelo came, supposed to be big three, but Carmelo, he won't Melo no more. Not to put blame on Westbrook, because he certainly, deserves blame. But, and then last year, against Trailblazers in the first round, Dame just caught steam. Dame, he showed up. He showed up, Westbrook. I get it. I'll be honest. Dame Dollar, he a beast. Don't get me wrong. But other than that, now he's in Houston. Reformed with James Harden. The last time he was on the same team together, of course, they was in the finals. Of course, Kevin Durant was with them. But let's see what they do here, man. I believe they're a 5th seed. I want to say. I believe they're 5th seed right now. They're kind of struggling at the moment, but it's only January. Let's see what happens around April. How this team does, man. Westbrook, Harden, 1-2 punch, man. Let's see what happens. I see maybe. I want them to get out. I want Russell to get out the first round, because I'm tired of saying, oh, Russell can't get out the first round like KD. He can't get out the first round. Can't get out the first round. No, they'll get out the first round this year. Russell will get out of the first round this year. I see Rockets going at least second round. We'll see what happens. And we'll see what happens in May. We'll see how May when the playoffs start. But that's my list, man. So 5 goes with Jimmy Butler, 4 Paul George, 3 LeBron James. Number 2, what it do, baby? Kawhi Leonard. And number 1, the Brody, Russell Westbrook, Mr. Trip Dub, Russell Westbrook. Russell Westbrook is my favorite player in the league. So that's my top 5. Let me know your top 5. Like and subscribe. Be confident. Stay blessed. And A King Bros out. What it do, baby?